Okay, I got 1 minute after 7 p.m. This is the town board meeting for February 28, 2023. We have no public hearings. So I'll call the meeting over at this time. And Hal, would you like to lead us in the pledge?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the approval of the town board minutes from February 14th.
So move. Second.
Motion by Nate, second by Mike. Comments, corrections? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Privilege of the floor or public concerns? Any privilege of the floor or public concerns? Anybody online? Privilege of the floor or public concerns? Okay, we'll move on to reports of standing committees, Public Works.
Yeah, Public Works met this morning, same time as we always do on our Tuesday morning. I will start with water and sewer. As far as, won't go through everything, but a few upgraded things. The cooling cans are started to be repaired finally. There's ongoing work on digester one that is just finishing up on some of that stuff. The generator has been tested under load and it has come on the last 2 times the power was off. Just a few little things they have to take care of on some alarms there. There's removing spoils at the plant. And Calistino is doing the upgrade work on the timer controls. Let's see, the water replacement project on 332-96 is already done. There's just some touch-up work to finish up there. We had some issues with the flow meters. Got the data and they're not exactly what we want. So we've got to have replace, put them back out, recheck them again. We're doing a smoke test in the Dohaven area. The public notices have been sent out. PS7 project is coming along nicely. Should be done with that shortly. March 1st, they're talking first. Let's see, the March 9th, we're going to have the parts inventory bids come in. And there is also maintenance personnel are working on raising some manhole covers to eliminate some I&I. That's all I see. I just want to say for now. As far as highway and parks, your ongoing maintenance.
That's fine.
They've been picking up storm damage. A lot of trees and stuff have come down lately. They're installing the GPS units in all the vehicles. Upgrading to the 5. And they've been out salting and plowing roads. The drainage pipe at Mercentia Park is, I don't think it's quite done, but they're still working on it. They've been grinding trees and stuff and brush up on the landfill site. And I think that is completed. And they've been working on potholes around town. The parks, ongoing maintenance, still working on the picnic tables and benches and salting and plowing. And that's it. That's all I have.
Thank you, Ron. Town operations?
Town operations met this morning. We've got 3 resolutions on board. The Town Ag Advisory Committee met last week and they presented us a letter in support for the county conducting an intermunicipal drainage study. It's long overdue, and I hope that maybe we can find another way to maybe getting some politicians behind it, because it's something that has been dragging on for quite a few years. Another thing happened. We got no standing signs. Hooray, hooray, finally, on State Route 332, near Route 96 intersection. Hopefully that'll keep the tractor trailers from parking along there so that the line of sight will not be obscured. We had a fire call. There was a structure fire on Herondine Road. chicken coop, the lights, possibly. We also had a few interviews scheduled, and of the three, there were 3 no-shows for your position. That's still open. The latest reports are posted on the town's website. I don't know if you want to add anything to that. Maybe we'll have one this week. I don't know. That's all I have.
Thanks, Mike. Reports of other town officials, supervisor. This week I have, Monday I had the Public Works Committee at the county, and tomorrow I have the Ways and Means Committee meeting. Monday, Jack Mayer and I are going to meet with the library, Victor Library, and talk about their future finances and everything. They've asked us to give them some feedback. Progress on our MuniLink water and sewer billing service and invoice cloud payment services are both progressing well. We're having meetings, try to schedule one of them every other week. We have some homework to do for each of these sessions. We provide them some of our database information and our policies. The next big step will be on or around March 6th, when MuniLink will get a data download from our current vendor, BAS Edmonds. The week of March 6th, we have a City of Canandaigua meeting. That's to go over the water IMA and THMs. We're gonna have Canandaigua, Farmington, both Hopewells, and I believe Wayne County will be at that meeting. And then 2 days later, on Thursday, March 9th, we're meeting here with the town of Canandaigua. They've got a couple of new board members, so they want to sit down with us and go over Canandaigua Farmington Water District finances and whatnot. So we'll be glad to help them out with that. That's all I have. Highway and Parks.
Yeah, so with the mild winter, Pete had asked me to, where our salt usage was. So let me start by saying, in August, we order our salt, what we anticipate to use for the year. So we order 5,000 ton of salt, which goes for the 22-23 season. We are required to take 70% of the salt that we order out of that 5,000, which is 3,500 ton, which we have to take by August 31st, or we end up having to pay a storage fee on it, which is $3.60 per ton to store it if we can't take it. So with the mild winter, maybe they'll help out on one end of it. So, as of Monday, we were at 1,200 ton. I just ordered another 600, which will be here by the end of the week. We'll have that, so we'll be at 1,800 ton. And this time last year, we were at 2,400 ton. So we're about 600 ton behind right now. So, and last year we ended up taking 77% of our 5,000, which ended up to be about 3,800 ton of salt.
With the 600 that you got on order, will that fill the barn, or is there still room in there if we don't?
Well, I mean, we can only stack it so high with the loader. There is a line on our salt barn that you're not allowed to go over that. I mean, it's got a gap in there. If you go too high, it spills out over. So we got to be careful about that. So we can't really get it too high. I suppose the worst came to worst, we could rent a stacker and pile it all in the middle, and it would hold a lot. And I was gonna try to find out exactly how much our barn holds, but I'm not sure. I think it's around 2,000 ton it'll hold with stacking it with the loader.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what March brings us.
Do it March, unfortunately April.
Anything else?
That's all I've got.
Madam Clerk.
Next Wednesday, the County Clerk Association is gonna have a meeting over at the town of Victor. We have a presenter from New York State Retirement coming to speak with us. And today was the last day for taxes with 1% interest on it, and tomorrow's gonna be 2%. So it has some little issues we're working out with the new software, so hopefully, when we go settle, everything will work out. That's it.
All right, thank you. Water and sewer.
Supervisor Inglesby brought up. We have a lot of work into getting ready to transfer our information from our current billing system, our water billing system into the new system. A lot of work up to this point, and once that transfer happens, we'll have a lot of work to do, and hopefully by summertime, we'll have a brand new system up and running.
Yep, goal is June 1st, May 30th. Building and zoning.
This week, we were able to submit the report to the state for our 1203 yearly report. That should be in your correspondence at your next meeting. And we're just busy working on projects as they come in.
Very good, thank you. Planning board.
Yes, meeting tomorrow night, we have a preliminary site plan for a single family dwelling on the west side of New Michigan Road for Rosette. And then we have a final site plan for Button out on Elm. Late agenda, we'll get her taken care of.
Very good, thanks, Ed.
Yep.
Ron, Director of Planning and Development.
Well, we have a meeting this week with Fisher Associates on the sidewalks. Tim and I and Emily will sit down and look at the initial layout of where the sidewalks could go under this grant program. We also have letters of credit tonight for the town board for Halfway's Corners, the final section there in Moranos. And we have work going on for letters of earmarking requests for federal funding projects, which are due Thursday. So it's a busy time right now.
Yep, we were scrambling this afternoon because we found out our consultant said we could use a few more letters of support for the grant. So Ron and I were making phone calls and sending emails at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Bill, town engineer.
Yes, thank you for working on those letters. That's for the earmark request. So hopefully that pans out for us. Also on grants, local records management grant was also submitted about a week ago, I think. So we'll wait to hear on that. We have a pre-bid scheduled for March 8th at 10 a.m. for the Klein Road and Brownsville Road intersection project. So we'll be bidding or taking bids on that pretty soon as well. Assisting the town with some EPA correspondence relative to the water system. And then on the agenda for tonight is a proposal from us for the pavilion, reconstruction of the town park pavilion, which needs replacement. So we'll be working on that. Any questions?
Thank you.
Yep.
Nothing from the assessor. We do have a resolution here coming up and nothing from recreation. I think all the departments have turned in their information, so hopefully if not Friday, Monday, we'll be sending our newsletter out to the printers. Our spring newsletter. Al, you're here from the ag group. Anything you want to mention that's going on?
Well, Mike mentioned that we had a unanimous decision in the committee to send a letter to you folks to try and encourage the county to move forward with their countywide drainage study. It's been 30 years, I believe, since we had a referendum in the town to extend the drainage district townwide. It periodically comes back up for discussion. Expanding the town drainage district is part of the master plan at this point. And I don't know that we've wrestled it to the ground at committee level. But as we all know, water runs downhill. And the problem when we discuss, drainage improvements is that the water from Farmington, particularly Black Brook and Cow Creek, flow into the town of Manchester. The water doesn't stop at the municipal line. We need a coordinated effort at county level if we're going to do drainage improvements. And I think that's part of the reason that the proposal to expand the district failed some years ago. I think there were some other factors as well. But we think it's time to revisit that issue. But the first step is to get a coordinated study done of how it would work from source to end.
Yep. Thank you for your comments. We appreciate it. Communications are on file.
You were gonna mention the county's meeting with the railroad.
I will when we get to the resolution for powers.
Oh,
Yeah. Communications are on file, reports and minutes are on file. And we'll go right to the resolutions. Resolution 1, waiving the Potentia Lodge fee for the South Farmington Friends Cemetery Foundation for their pancake breakfast fundraiser Saturday, March 25th.
I'll move. Second.
Motion by Mike, second by Nate. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Who's the resolution acknowledging the addition of new members to the Farmington Volunteer Fire Association?
So moved.
second.
Motion by Ron, second by Steve. Bert Zakowski on True Way, Emily Hinkle on Marcus Way. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Reads a confirming resolution appointing Paula Ruthen as the acting assessor.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Mike, second by Nate. And the reason for this is our assessor took a full-time job with the town of Canandaigua, so he resigned last week. Paula has in the civil service title for assistant assessor, and with that civil service title, we're able to appoint her as the acting assessor. That's the reason for this resolution, and we'll give her an additional stipend for jumping up and helping us out. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Or is a resolution authorizing training over $100. We have Kenneth Perot going for basic operation course in the treatment plant. Matthew Thompson going for grade 4 management course in the treatment plant. Cameron Nor and Christopher Van Orden going for their grade D water course license. It costs not to exceed $3,444.50. So moved.
Second.
Motion by Ron, second by Steve. Any comments, questions? We did have, Kenneth went last year and got into a couple of days of the course, and the instructor come down with COVID, so they had to cancel the course and reschedule. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 5 is a resolution authorizing acceptance of proposal from MRB Group for the new pavilion at the Farmington Town Park. Cost not to exceed $19,600.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Mike, second by Ron. Comments, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 6 is a resolution to adopt various amendments to sections of the Town of Farmington site design and criteria manual as set forth herein. Directing copies of these amended sections will be provided to the town staff and directed posting of the above reference manual onto the town official website. And I think we share them with Victor also, right?
We do.
So moved.
Second.
So, Nate, second by Steve. Staff, any comments?
This is a yearly update that we do. We try to only do it once, maybe twice a year, but it was much needed. There is quite a few amendments.
Yeah, we did them June 9, 2020 and April 12, 2022. Because all in favor?
Aye.
Confirming resolution authorizing the hiring of a labor in the water and sewer department at a rate of $18 an hour.
Second.
Motion by Ron, second by Moore. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It's a resolution classifying the power incentive rezoning action.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Nate, second by Mike. And I'll just, it's long, so let me read the paragraph of the action title. Resolution classifying the action known as the Power Incentive Rezoning Project and the provisions of Part 617, New York CRR, as part of the Article 8, New York State Environmental Conservation Law and the State Environmental Quality Review Regulations involving the rezoning of approximately 145 acres of land currently zoned RS-25 residential suburban and LI limited industrial to incentive zoning, and establish a coordinated review and public review and comment period, directing notification thereof to be provided to the involved agencies and the general public of this bureau, and comment period, and declaring the town board intent to be designated as the lead agency at the town board meeting scheduled for Tuesday, March 28, 2023. And Ron, you want to kind of fill everybody in what's going on with that?
Yeah, the seeker regulations identify any change in zoning affecting more than 25 acres of land, or any change in use of land within an established agricultural district which exceeds that 25% threshold of 25 acres is automatically classified as a type 1. So that requires a coordinated review, notification to the involved agencies, which in this instance will be the Department of Transportation for the state Health Department, and the State Department of Environmental Conservation, as well as the Water and Sewer Superintendent and the Town Highway Superintendent. There'd be a public review comment period where people can come to the town clerk's office to review the documents that have been submitted in support of the environmental record on this. And as the regulations require, there has to be one lead agency. We feel we are the most appropriate agency for that, since we're the most familiar with the project. We've dealt with it for some time, and therefore declaring our intent to be designated that new agency. I doubt very seriously that anybody wants it. That's the rules and regulations.
Right. Okay. And at this time, I just wanted to bring up folks that are online and here in the room related to the Powers and Senate zoning project. You know, we've had Chris Day here from Ontario County a couple of times talking about County Road 8 being rebuilt, culverts replaced, and the drainage on the east side of County Road 8. I met with Chris Day Wednesday afternoon after Public Works at the county. They've already been out here with the railroad. They've discussed with the landowners, and the railroad has agreed to do the required drainage district drainage work that needs to be fixed. That was fixed and somehow got changed over the years, and they're hoping to do that in March. So we'll keep an eye on that project for them. But I was glad to hear that the railroad jumped up right away and said they would do it. So it's all good, all good. Any other questions on the staff here or the town board and the resolution? We have a motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Nine's a resolution to renew the 2023 Farmington Municipal Insurance Policy with New York Municipal Insurance Reciprocal. So moved. Motion by Steve, second by Mike. Late this afternoon, we did get the comparison sheet, which I sent out to everybody. Steve happened to be here this afternoon, the vouchers, he saw it firsthand. So the Neimer Insurance last year, cyber insurance cost us $3,084 from Neimer. This year, they quoted us $17,000. So we asked, obviously, we went out and said, no, get us some other insurance companies. So we received 2 insurance quotes for cyber insurance. Beasley Breach Response Program and CFC Cyber Private Enterprise Program. Both of them have $1 million coverage and $250,000 coverage. Breezy's a little less money, but they have $10,000 retention. Versus CFC Cyber was $5,000 retention, which is the money, we pay on a claim. So the difference is $3,933.12. So the Beasley Breach Response, $8,448.13 versus $17,000 or $3,000 we paid this current year and this past year. And the other quote is $12,381.25. So, Steve and I kind of looked at it and for the $3,900 difference to stay with the Beasley quote, it does have a higher front amount. We were hit by cybersecurity, but we have the funds to cover that. Any suggestions or comments? Everybody okay with the cybersecurity at 8448.13?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, and that's the way we'll go. All in favor?
Aye.
Hence, resolution authorizing the establishment of letter of credit for Hathaway's Corners and Son of Zoning. This is project 2A in the amount of $1,981,321.31. Motion by Mike, second by Ron. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 11 is a resolution authorizing the acceptance of an easement and a stormwater control facility maintenance agreement. So moved. Second. Motion by Steve, second by Nate. This is a maintenance agreement for the future apartment project at Hathaway's Corners. It's been run by Matt and Dan in our building department and our town attorney. All in favor?
Aye.
12 is the abstract number 4 of 2023 to pay bills. General fund, $108,685.70. Highway fund, $34,612.55. Sidewalk capital project, $180. Fuel station capital project, $2,054.70. North Road capital project, $4,200. Town parks improvement, $970 and $907.50. Water tank repair, $1,380. Storm drainage, $6,036.42. Lighting district, $2,016.63. Sewer district, $92,012.46. Water district, $21,868.82. Payroll deductions, $8,242.43. For a total abstract, $282,197.21. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Ron. Questions? Pardon?
Mike second.
Mike, excuse me. Steve and Mike.
I'm the one with the beer.
Yeah. I can't see in the glasses because he's got glasses. Any abstentions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Our water and sewer superintendent going to some training, New York water rule mentioned on the agenda. We do have one waiver of the rule. Any objections for a waiver of the rule?
No.
Hearing none. I gotta give the highway superintendent a shot because you told us this morning you had no resolutions.
Yeah.
And Susie surprised. us.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good timing because we wanted to get this pay raise in prior to his 6-month probationary period date, because it would be after their next meeting. So the resolution is authorizing successful completion of probationary period for our auto mechanic, Liam Langer, with a 50 cent per hour pay increase. That's effective with payroll 6, which starts Sunday, March 5th, 2023.
Second.
First by Ron, second by Mike. Comments, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Right. Any staff or on board have anything to bring this board? Any public comments? At the end of the board meeting here? Anybody on board? I'm joining public comments. All right, I'll have to take a motion to adjourn. Motion by Nate. Mike? All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah.
Eddie, you gotta train him.
Thank you very much, everybody.